What's impressed you the most about your penalty kill so far? What they've been able to do in kind of negating? They've had a lot of chances.
Yeah, the PK, and like we've said just about every week, we have to be good in both specialty teams to have success this year. And the penalty killers, I think the willingness to block shots, you saw Lenhart the other night, you saw the 5-on-3 chance for pretty much the full 2 minutes. Guys were in the shooting lanes, guys were willing to eat a puck. And that, for me, is what it takes for you to have a good PK. And obviously our goaltenders have been really good in that situation as well. But it's something we got to continue to get better at. It's every weekend you're going to have 6, 7, 8 penalties to kill every game.
Jay?
Was challenge of playing 2 road games single nights consecutively. Is that kind of like being in the NHL again?
Yeah, maybe. 2 different teams, 2 teams we certainly don't know a whole lot about. They're just from what I've heard of them, they're hardworking teams that play well at home. So we'll have to go in there and play better defensively than we have the first 6 games, the 2 exhibition games, and our 4 other games. I think that's the area where I think we have the greatest room for improvement, and we will certainly focus on that this week in practice. And to be successful, that USA team went in the next night to Duluth and won. So they played really well against us. They gave, it was an even game, and we ended up coming on top because of our power play and because of our penalty kill. But I think there's areas defensively that we have to get better at and give our goalie a better chance to have success. And certainly we can't expect to score 5, 6, 7 goals every night to win games.
Brian?
Tony, are you asking your team to play defensively that's out of the ordinary? Anything that's, out of, like too much to handle? Or is it just a simple system that you're asking them to try to grasp?
No, I think that's something, we're trying to play aggressive offensively. We want to be a team that can get up on the rush, can make plays. We're not going to play a boring sit back, just defend type of a game. So it's a more aggressive way of playing defense. I think it's a better way of playing defense. I think it's a better way of playing the game of hockey. So we, as coaches, have to make our team better defensively. And I think that doesn't fall just on the defense. And I'll say it over and over. Our forwards have to give our D more support and better support to allow them to be able to play these rushes differently, to play a little bit differently in D zone. And, our D group, some guys have stepped up and played really, really well. I thought Hurley last game jumped in for his first real, test or whatever. He's in a position now where he might play this weekend as well. So still working on personnel a little bit.
Todd?
When you mentioned Hurley, it's good to have that kind of pressure, guys pushing to get into the lineup. It makes everyone else.
Competition is always good. And I think, we've had a few guys playing in that slot now. He's certainly in that mix now, like I said, to potentially play this weekend. So we'll watch him closely in practice. He's a competitor. He's worked hard from day one. And really, like I've said last week, he deserves a chance to play, and he'll probably be in the lineup for one of these games.
Brian?
Any update on the health of Seamus Malone or Cameron Hughes?
They're both going to practice today. They potentially will be ready for this weekend. So they're going to, unless there's any setbacks, we're hoping to have them both Friday and Saturday.
Andy in the back?
Hey, Tony, is J.D. Greenway, I know that when you have guys who come in from the developmental program that they're expected to be a little further ahead of the developmental curve. Has he exceeded your expectations up to this point, lived up to them? Where is he in your mind?
He's been a little bit inconsistent. His upside is much better and greater than I thought. I think he's farther along that way. His inconsistency, I didn't expect as much inconsistency out of him. But then again, we've tried some things defensively for all our D that are something that they might not be used to doing. So I think the Tishke's the one defensively that's grasped it the fastest as far as pretty much everything we've asked him to do. He gets and understands quickly. The other guys, it's coming, and they've done. They've made strides in it. And JD's somewhere in between where he gets some of it, and some of it. He gets back on his heels and puts himself in a little bit of a position for that we're not looking to have him in.
Todd?
How was your adjustment back to college gone in this first almost a month now?
I love it.
Anything
I know that.
opening your eyes?
No, I don't think it's a whole lot different than what I expected. I love the practices, having 4 practices before you get ready to play a weekend series. That part's been great. I think the players that are here, and I think I said this since day one, we have more skill in the program right now than I expected, or when you watched on film last year, you didn't see as much as we've been able to see for the first few weeks of the season. So that's a positive thing for me. It's an exciting thing for me. As far as adjustments, the penalty thing would be probably the biggest thing, expecting to kill 7 or 8 penalties every game. It certainly wasn't the way in the NHL.
Any further questions for Coach? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys and girls.